I feel like Usman has a good edge
An
in
edge,
the
right?
wrestling, but
I was thinking
I
he had
would
an edge in
give
striking.
the edge in striking to Kamzat.
See, and I'm thinking reverse. I think maybe Leon might have the edge on the ground, whereas I think Usman might have the slight edge
Well,
on the feet.
the only problem with that is that you never know what you're talking about. So
Right. Right. I
there's that.
totally walked into that, you son of a bitch. I totally walked into that.
What is up, everybody? It is Dirty and
DZAN, what is up, people? It is Friday, June 16th, 2023. What is going on, people? It has been a minute, but we are back. You have been clamoring for us. You have been begging for us to come back.
they
We
won't
are
leave our
back.
GMs alone, man.
Jeez, due to popular demand,
We're
here we
back.
are. All right, leave a comment down below as you always do. Like the video as you always do, and subscribe if you are new. Zan is the best.
I want to apologize to everybody because this is kind of my fault, I guess, in a way. We lost our beloved Bruna. I have a Rottweiler that we've been to hell and back with. Some of you guys might recall about 4 years ago, we had to do a hysterectomy on her. She had a lot of enlarged things in her, and so they had to remove all of that. And she did great for the next 4.5 years or so, but um, cancer came in and it hit her with a vengeance. And we were trying to maybe see if there was something we could do, but in the meantime, she was miserable. She was in a lot of pain, and there weren't enough pain pills that were helping her. And so we had to put her down. And it's been a rough go here because I used to have three dogs. As of 2 years ago, I have one dog now, and he's a Shih Tzu. His name is Stewie. He's sitting right down here, and he's very, very lonely. And so he never sits with me in here, but every time I come in here since we lost Pruna, he sits right here next to me. So um now I brought it down at the beginning like I always do.
That's my favorite thing about you, bro. It's what you do. It's what we wouldn't be the same without it, Dirty D.
There. Uh, but anyway, she's up in heaven, doggy heaven now, and reunited with my other dog, and hopefully she'll be okay up there.
That's right. That's right. All right, guys. Now we have a lot to talk about. First things first.
Yeah.
DeZan called it
Wait,
Stanley Cup
he did
winners.
not
I
call
no,
it.
I did. I
Go
said
check the
Las
receipts.
Vegas.
He said
The
Colorado. We
Snow
all know it.
Dogs were gonna
We
win.
all know he said
The
Colorado.
Snowman, the Las Vegas Snowman, was gonna win, and
There you go. See, there you go. That tells you right there. Now the Las Vegas Golden Knights,
oh, as
um,
AKA right.
yeah, Snowman in Vegas. Um, they won in Game 6 last night. They finished off the cup. They beat Florida, and it was kind of ironic because the basketball series and the hockey series went almost 1-for-1 when it was 1-0, where Miami was down, Florida was down,
Mm.
and it went like that through the whole series. And going into last night, it was 3-1, just like the night before. Denver
Mm.
and the Heat were 3-1. They finished them off last night. Vegas finished off the Panthers, but shout out, a lot of respect for the Panthers, especially Matthew Tkachuk. Um, Played a hell of a series. Uh, but Mark Stone, and Alex Petrangelo, Jack Eichel, Jonathan Marchessault, just too much. Aiden Hill, the goalie, stood on his head. It was just too much for them, and much respect.
Much respect.
Congratulations to the Stanley Cup champions of 2023 Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Hold it while you can, because the Red Wings are coming, you bitch
Damn
ass mother.
Skippy.
All right. Now let's move on. We
Damn
got
Skippy.
some UFC topics. First things first, before we kind of go into our thoughts on the last couple of UFC events that have happened, there was some fighters that were released, about 6 of them, and 2 of them, or 3 of them, I would say, is kind of we're talking about Jessica Rose Clark, who we thought was going to be just absolutely running through all the women. She has lost 3 of her last 5, her last one being a sub from a newcomer. She's gone. Chase Sherman, who's been a part of the UFC for a while. Chase Sherman is gone, losing 3 of his last 5, and his last one just being a loss to Carl Williams via decision. That was it for Chase to get the boot, and he is gone. Some other things that happened during our hiatus, we got some legal trouble. Jorge Masvidal's dad attempted murder on somebody else in Jorge's home, but the ex-BMF was not home, he says. We don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying shit. I do know that Tony Ferguson also got into a bit of trouble, DUI, flipping his truck. Oh my God. What is going on? We leave for 1 month, and these fighters can't get their shit together.
Connor's the only one not going to jail right now.
No, he's killing it right now. He's killing it right now.
Is he? We'll get to that.
Yeah, he's killing it. The Ultimate Fighter 31. He's killing it. Come on.
Oops.
Here we go.
Did I say that out loud?
I don't know. I didn't hear it. And if I did,
said
I'm pretending
0
I didn't.
and 3 is what I said. 0 and 3. That's what I said.
Over yet. Okay.
I think I do remember. It might have been last season.
Yeah, the last time Connor was a part of it, he went 0 and 4, and
no, I mean last season. With I think it might have been last season.
Yeah, no, it was the one before that on 29.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. With Trayshawn Gore.
So it wasn't Amanda.
No. Okay, it wasn't gotcha. Amanda's season, okay. But on Connor's first season, he was there with Uriah. His guys were losing right out the gate. Guess who won that season? Connor. Here we go. Connor is, listen, we don't even need to get into that. Just know Connor is who he is because he is who he is. Now,
I have looked at the numbers. I will say I have looked at the numbers, and they are killing it.
Oh, yeah.
They are killing it on ESPN. The ratings are really good. They're not crazy, but they're really good.
Yeah, it is a great season. It's a great season so far. They're doing a really good job. Yeah,
Chandler and McGregor. I mean, come on,
they're the 2 best on the mic. They know how to talk to each other.
100%.
It's fantastic. I love the very first episode when he was like, "Oh, we're gonna do 185. We can do 185." And Connor's like, "Do what you're told." You're damn right. And Chandler's like,
Christine, my wife, she laughs about that all the time. Every time she hears that, she laughs.
Do what you're told. Oh, I fucking love it. And when he pushed his face, full throttle, pushed that man's face.
Now, if you've heard, you paid attention, Chandler said that they did edit that heavily.
Yes, he said that. But I watched the show. It looked pretty clear as day to me. He got punked pretty hard. And it was a fast cut. Probably because he was starting to cry a little bit. It got embarrassing. They probably asked them to, hey, guys,
could be.
Go ahead. Let's
Maybe it is. Maybe that's what it was, DZAN.
Come on, guys. You know this by now. And when Connor wins this season and it finally gets announced that they're going to fight, then you guys are all going to know who the real champion is.
You are hopeless.
And if they don't end up fighting, then Chandler wasn't worth his time.
There's no helping you.
Moving on.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. UFC 288 went down, and I am very upset. I am not ashamed to admit that Aljamain Sterling is the most disliked champion in my eyes. I don't think he's deserved one defense yet, and it still remains the same. I believe Henry Cejudo won that fight. anybody that
I
is
have never
going
seen anybody get as lucky in MMA, which
as a
seems
champion.
impossible. It seems impossible to get lucky in MMA more than once.
Yep.
He's done it 3 times in a row.
In a row, my man. Yep.
In a
Split
row.
decision with Piotr. TJ's dumbass
Which,
coming in with the dislocated shoulder.
Come on. We both know.
Yep. And then the split with Henry. Come on. Henry was dominating. Look, and if we go into the Nate Diaz rule book, if it's just based off of that last round, I'm sorry, Aljo, you wouldn't have made it out. You're done. Dunskies. Henry
100%.
had that fucking fight, man. It is very upsetting to see him win yet again in a fight that I feel like he did not deserve to win. On the other hand, we had Gilbert Burns also with the same mind state as TJ Dillashaw. I'm going to go into this fight with a multitude of injuries, and I should be able to still defeat one of the best, in this division. No, but did he still hold his own? You damn right, because he's Gilbert Burns. And it didn't matter what injuries he had. He was going to give it his all, and I respect the hell out of him for it. It was a great fight. Remember the name. Good job, Bilal. Good job, Bilal. Good job, Bilal.
Yeah.
That's how I feel every time Bilal wins is, good job, Bilal.
Kind of like, what's his name? Leon Edwards.
Yeah, I literally thought about that when you were trying to find the name. Yeah, it's Leon. That's how I felt. Yeah, good job. Although we will say that division is going to be shaken up shortly. Khamzat Chimaev has came out just recently and said that it is confirmed him and Usman will be fighting in Abu Dhabi in October. That's got to be
island?
Fight Island. They're going to be fighting in Abu Dhabi, according to Khamzat. I would assume that it's a number one contender bout, being that Leon versus Colby is more than likely going to be happening. But I mean, come on, no matter who wins between Leon and Colby, I would love to see the winner of that fight face whoever wins between Usman and Khamzat.
Why not Leon versus Aljo?
For the most hated, champion
at 152.
At 152, split the difference. Just bring it, right in the middle of both of them. Yeah. I like it. We should be matchmakers, Dirty D. We should get matchmakers.
Who's Hunter?
How do you see that fight going? Khamzat versus Usman.
I don't know.
Me too. I was like,
when I heard, the moment I heard about it, that was my first go to. Who would? I don't know. I don't know.
It's so hard because I would feel like Usman, Colby, and Khamzat, the 3 best wrestlers in that division, but I wouldn't be able to tell which one is better than the other. It's hard.
This would be like me, not you. Like me trying to pick between Connor and Nate in a fight, who would win? It's impossible.
It's so hard. It's so hard. They're perfectly matched for each other. I feel like.
I looked at the odds. It's even money both ways.
Oh, I'm sure it's a pick'em. It's got to be a pick'em, man. Their striking is phenomenal. Their wrestling is phenomenal. It's hard to see whenever we saw Usman and Colby.
I feel like Usman has a good edge,
right?
Wrestling, but
I was thinking
I would give the edge in striking to Khamzat.
See, and I'm thinking reverse. I think maybe Leon might have the edge on the ground, whereas I think Usman might have the slight edge.
Well, the only problem with that is that you never know what you're talking about. So
right. I totally walked into that, you son of a bitch. I
totally walked into that. Well, he loves me.
I got hook, line, and sink. Usually I don't fall that hard for those. When he sets me up like that, I can kind of see it beforehand and I can say something smart.
You smacked yourself in the head.
I totally ran into that one so bad. All right, moving on. UFC 289 just went down. Oh my God. Run my stinger. Amanda Nunes lays it all out on the canvas. She retires as the GOAT, and what a performance to go out on, then absolutely destroying your opponent, getting like 10-8 rounds across the board for several rounds, destroying your opponent, doubling their strikes
Not
thrown
just
with your
any
significant
opponent.
strikes.
I mean,
Exactly. Come on. One of
she
the best
she
boxers
dismantled.
in that division.
Yes, she dismantled. I mean, I can't even think of a parallel.
Nope.
Because going into this fight, obviously you give an edge to Nunes, a good edge, but an edge.
Yeah.
It's not this gaping difference.
No.
And to do what she did in the fashion she did it was remarkable.
So crazy. And she's had this thing where in her career lately as a champion, she has gotten so good to where she likes to see what you are best at and then beat you at that. She did it with Holly, as much as I hate to admit it, with the head kick.
Yeah.
She did it to Chris Cyborg, knocking her out stone cold. I mean, come on, man.
The only problem that I have with her retiring, we're never going to get that Valentina fight. That sucks.
Yeah, and I feel like though it's okay because of it's not like they're one and one.
I
Or,
personally,
oh,
it's not
right,
for legacy. It's just me personally.
right,
I wanted to see what Valentina could do with one more shot
right, right.
at her, especially coming off of the things that Valentina's done over the past 2 years.
Yep.
I
mean,
just felt like that was going to be the fight of the century
mhm,
for women,
for women.
and we're not going to get it. So
That
that
is that
sucks.
is a big letdown considering how much time it has been since their last
Can you
fight.
imagine the build up for that fight?
Yeah, it would be incredible. It would be incredible.
Hey,
Hey, you got me sad now. Yeah, yeah, that would be
maybe
incredible.
though, maybe she says, "Hey, people
Maybe
are
she'll come
talking.
back. Yeah.
People are saying
And
Valentina's
what if Valentina goes up and gets that 135? If Valentina gets that 135 belt, I think we have one of the greatest women's fights in history lined up. Thank you, Amanda Nunes, for everything that you've done in the octagon. And all right, let's go, Nina Nunes. She's gonna be making a comeback. Oh man,
I
maybe
don't
she
know.
can improve her 8-8 record. I think it
Yeah,
is.
and I,
8-9, maybe.
obviously, sleeping with Amanda is not helping her. They should maybe wrestle more.
Oh man. All right. We had in that, most notably, obviously, the other fight was Charles Oliveira, Beneil Dariush. This was one of the lightest pay-per-view cards
Mm-hmm.
I've ever watched.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that
Reach it.
I know we have two big ones coming up, but they have never given us something this low
Thin,
of quality.
thin, thin in talent, man.
That
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. It was a very okay card. And then the Charles Oliveira fight, Beneil Dariush,
Mm.
very, very upset. It was a very this house was sad.
Somber.
Everybody was like, don't talk to dad. I was audibly upset at Beneil Dariush, and I was really upset at his performance. That's it. That's all I can
I
put.
I want to say two things. One, I agree with you 100%. That's the worst example of a Benil Dariush fight I've ever seen.
ever seen.
However, I don't want to take anything away from Charles because
Oh no, no, no,
he
no.
dominated.
God. I mean, and you know how powerful he is just by the way he hit Justin Gagey, the way he hit Michael Chandler. He he has power that they don't give him respect for because they're so worried about the submission game. He does this beautiful check hook that
Oh yeah.
is way more powerful than it looks.
Mm-hmm.
And he just throws it out there. as a check to what you're throwing. You throw it and he just times you, and it's like a little
he was countering,
yeah.
and when he was countering, he was coming with that check hook, so it's coming from the side. So anytime Beneil would throw anything at him, he would just kind of let it
Boom.
go from the side, missing Beneil's arm every time
Yep.
and tagging him.
Right on the fucking button, dude. Right
Mhm.
on the button. So of course, not taking anything away from Charles, but I'm not also gonna take shit away from Benil, and I'll be way harder on Benil because he is the type that could weather that storm. He could have fought through that. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was anything behind the scenes that just was not the Benil performance
I
that I
looked,
am used to seeing.
I looked into that to see if maybe there was a nagging injury. Doesn't sound like there was much going on.
Crazy. I mean, all respect to Charles, and motherfucker, you better get it done in October because I can't stand Makachev. I can't stand it. This is my favorite division in the whole company. I can't stand it. What are you doing now? What is this? What is that? What is this?
It's in Islam Makachev.
That is so good. I gotta do a side by side with you and Islam because that is so perfect. Holly Holm's coming back July 15th against Meda Bueno Silva. Um, uh, this is what I don't like, and this is what Holly Holm does every single time. I'm a big name and I'm highly ranked. I'm gonna take a no name that is extremely dangerous and could potentially kick my ass.
Gatekeeper.
Why, Holly Holm? Why are you doing this? You are number 5. You're going to take a number 13 ranked fighter who is extremely dangerous that not many people are taking, which is also why she's number 13.
Because I think a lot of people don't even know who she is yet.
Oh my God, dude. I'm like, when I heard this announced, my heart hurt. I'm like, again, I'm going to have to see this shit again. Ugh, I don't want that to happen. But son of a bitch, Holly, why are you doing this to me? You just signed a 5 fucking fight deal.
That's why.
Oh, okay. Did I just answer my own question? Okay. Maybe I just answered my own question. Here we go. You know what fight I am excited about, though, that got announced? Jan Blachowicz versus
Oh
Alex
yeah,
Pereira. Hello, light heavyweight. Here we
banger,
come. UFC 291. We're getting
banger,
this next month, Dirty D. Are you kidding me? I am so excited for
banger,
this.
man.
I'm so excited for
That
this.
that is going to be a fight.
Whoever wins this,
Jan Blachowicz is so underrated, man.
obviously. Well, I don't know. I don't think so anymore. I think more people are going to have him because of the respect he got from the Izzy fight. I think more people are going to have him in this fight.
100%. But it's because he's kind of slow. He doesn't have the quick twitch thing.
Oh, I got you. Right.
Michelle Pajeda, all twitch.
Mm-hmm. Alex Pieta.
I'm sorry. What did I say?
You say Michelle, the guy who does flips and spinning shit.
Yeah, and I've done that before. I know you're right. I have done that before. But you look at Jan and it's like, okay, he's never going to be able to keep up with Izzy. Oh, yep. He kept up with Izzy.
Yeah.
You think he's never going to be able to keep up with Michelle, with Alex Pajeda? He may very well knock him out.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, I just think there's a lot of people that just don't think he's going to be able to do it. I don't know if he is. I'm not saying he is. But what I am saying is that people have been sleeping on Jan Blachowicz for a long time, and he keeps shocking everybody.
Yep.
At some point, you got to stop being shocked.
Yep. And it is what it is. And then we have Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje, July 29th, UFC 291 BMF back on the line. Dirty, your thoughts.
Before I give you my thoughts, I forget who it was. Somebody came out yesterday, I think it was, and basically, I think it was DC. I can't, anyway, and talking about the BMF title and how ridiculous it is. And it's the belt for losers, I believe was the quote. I'm not 100% it was DC, but somebody yesterday said that.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, with that said, what I want to happen is I want Gaethje to knock him out,
Right.
have him laying flat,
Easy.
and then going out of the cage
Right.
and going over to a duffel bag
Okay.
and bringing out some of his hot sauce, Dustin's hot sauce,
Ooh,
and pouring it in his eyes.
I'm loving it.
That's what should happen.
Mohad, get on it. Get on it. That sounds like an episode. That sounds like an episode. Yeah.
If you don't know, guys, Mojahid is the guy that does actually it's Mojahed
Oh,
Filia.
yeah, that's right. Mojahed. Yeah.
He's got a channel where he does animations for UFC events.
So good.
Just so funny.
So good. So, or like anything that like big news that happens to, they'll throw something up. Yeah. It's
occasionally
so
boxing.
Good.
Right.
Yeah. So good. This is a great fight. If they were going to, pull this again with the BMF, these two fighters,
100%. This is the only one that would warrant that.
Listen, I don't like Dustin Poirier.
Can't stand him.
He is a BMF. He's a BMF. Justin Gaethje.
I don't have to say that.
He is a BMF. They are. So
go ahead and say it. I'm not
this
saying
is great.
that.
You don't have to say it.
You say it.
I'll swallow my pride and I'll say it. You know what I mean?
I'm not swallowing
anybody
shit.
that can get a doctor stoppage off one of the greatest of all time
and there it is, everybody.
A little bit of respect.
There it is.
That's all I got to say about that. Now listen, Jolie's wife.
It's nauseating.
Dustin Poirier.
Knowing this guy, it's nauseating.
Dustin Poirier. Sorry, I got to remember the name, not Jolie's wife. Dustin Poirier.
Oh, yeah.
Dustin. Listen, this is going to be a good fight, and I would like to think of it more from the angle that Justin Gaethje is thinking about this. He says, whenever I saw Jorge and Nate fought for the title the first time, I thought, this is stupid. I still think it's kind of stupid. But at the end of the day, the UFC is throwing us a bone. If they see you as a champion in their eyes, you get paid as a champion for this company. You get certain things that you wouldn't get as a fighter. So in my eyes, it's the UFC giving us another opportunity. And I have to have respect for that. I have to be happy about that. That is what I'm excited about, is that at the end of the day, the company is throwing a bone here, and I'm happy to work for it. So I like that. I get it.
I do too.
Yep.
And actually that was very, very well said, because it what it does, it kind of does the Eminem thing in 8 Mile, right?
Yeah.
He just kind of goes at it, admits everything that's wrong about it, and moves on.
Yeah. So then no one else is going to, shit on it. They'll be like, oh, well,
he
you're
knows.
still a champion. And you know what I mean? Like,
well, he knows what this is.
Yeah.
That's how people are going to say, Justin gets it. This is a BS belt, but
yeah. But you know what? It gets more money for the fighters. It gets more attention for the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Then it's a positive thing at the end of the day.
It's a belt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. It's a belt. And on top of that, it is a fantastic card, because that's the card that we're getting Jan Blachowicz and Pieta. It's the same card we're getting Costa's coming back. And then Green is supposed to fight Tony Ferguson. I don't know if that is in limbo now. But then we also have
they're fighting.
Michael
It's going to be in the yard though.
August 19th. It's going down. Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley. I'm here for it. I don't think Sean's going to win this one. I actually think that Sterling could actually win this one without anybody's help, no judges, no refs' help. I think he can pull this one out on his own, but I would be lying if I didn't say I'm going for a Sean O'Malley knockout. That's really what I'm hoping for. And people don't really understand how good O'Malley is in jiu-jitsu, how good he is on his back, on the ground. He hasn't had to really show it, you know what I mean? Except for when he got knocked out by Chito Vera. But he really went for his jiu-jitsu in that fight. Yeah. But he's going to be very dangerous on the ground as well. I don't think Aljo is just going to, run for a wrestling affair. He's going to have a tough time with Sean on the ground.
One thing I would say is in regards to Sean is, listen, Aljo's short, man. He's not going to have the reach. So if Sean O'Malley can keep him from coming inside on him, he's good to go.
which he
I
is.
think he could pick him apart. But if Aljo can find his way in, that could spell trouble.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, I'm with you 100%. Please, Sean O'Malley, take that clown hair and rub it in his face or something, man. I don't know, but I want to see him laying flat.
Yeah, I will say I love that on Twitter when this fight was announced. It was just a couple weeks ago, and Aljo, as you know, just got done fighting Henry. So they're like, this is a pretty quick, comeback for you, Aljo. And he's like, he went on Twitter and he said, and he added Sean O'Malley. And he said, I'm good to go right now. Let's give International Fight Week a real fight. Let's do it early. Are you built like that? At Sean O'Malley. And Sean just tweeted, I am not. I will see you August 19th. It was so good.
No doubt.
It was so
no
good.
doubt.
That's all I had for MMA. I have one thing for music. It's not going to be very good. Joyner Lucas came out with another single. It's called Cut You Off, featuring YBM, which, for those that don't know, Young Boy Never Broke Again. This wasn't the one for me, man.
No.
This ain't the one. This ain't the one. I still think it's going to be a dope album. I do. Devil's Work 2 is fantastic.
Is that what it's called?
The album is going to be called Not Now I'm Busy.
Oh.
Devil's Work 2 was the first single that we heard from it. Fantastic. Second single we heard from it, great. But these last two, they're just not, it's not my bag. It's not for me. I know Joyner's writing capability. I know what he's doing here. I know what he's doing, and I don't want it. I'll just say that. I don't want it.
I think maybe I have a clue here now.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you do.
Okay.
So that's that. I still have high hopes for the album, although I am getting a sense it's going in a different direction than I initially thought. But we'll see. We'll see what's up. If this is going to be anything like ADHD, then this is going to be a pattern. We're not going to get an album drop, guys. We're going to get a single every couple weeks, and that's how he likes his albums to live throughout, a year's time. And he'll just give you singles from that album, songs from that album, until the album is complete, and then release the full album. Nothing else is new because everything is out. That's how. I like that, Dirty D. It's smart.
That's what it is.
It's smart.
It is smart. It's very smart. And that's the unfortunate part of the music business right now, because artists are not getting paid.
Right.
So you got to come up with ideas to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
The only time they're getting paid is when they're on tour, and artists lost millions and millions of dollars during COVID. It just,
you gotta think it's a lot easier to get paid off your single than it is off your album of work, right? There's way too many hands in the pot when it comes to the album than it is a single. I would assume
that's how I'm going to do it, because I know how anticipated people are going to be for my album,
right?
So
yeah,
exactly. But I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to do it verse by verse. I'm going to release a verse,
yes,
and then another verse.
Yep.
And then another verse,
and then in a month,
have the whole song.
We'll have like 3 tracks. Yep.
Exactly. It'll take about a month, and you'll get 3 tracks. What's so funny?
It's so good. It's so good. I'm beaming with, like, I want to help you. I want to help. I would like to be a part of this.
There's no helping me, man.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you have made it this far, we love you. We thank you for staying with us. Hit that like button, comment down below. Me and Dirty have been tossing around the idea of doing a couple different things on this channel. And our initial idea was to be giving out certain oh my god.
Say hi, Stu.
Oh, hi. Hi. Oh my god.
Say hi, pal.
Beautiful. Our initial thought was to be giving you guys videos based off different topics, rap beefs, things that have happened in history with hip hop or UFC topics even. Nothing is getting through copyright. I've wasted an extreme amount of time on certain videos that will never see the light of day, and it's extremely taxing on my mental health. There's other things that we can do. Drop down your suggestions in the comment down below with what you would like to see on this channel, as well as the podcasts.
Yeah, we do it like he said. We have some plans to do some other things, and quite frankly, some of those things are going to be coming soon. And my youngest son might be getting involved here a little bit. We'll see how this goes, but we're going to definitely be adding more and different types of content and everything here. Make it a one-stop shop for you right here on this channel.
That's right.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that when I drop one of my verses, you know about it.
Exactly.
Well, it's so funny.
Exactly. I can't wait to get started with you. I hope you let me be a part of the process. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
Peace.